Security is a top priority for everyone. No one wants to imagine a major crisis, but wouldn't you feel more confident knowing you're prepared? Today, we're talking about preparedness on a national scale. Let's explore 10 actionable steps you can take to protect yourself and your loved ones in the unlikely event of a large-scale attack on the US mainland. Knowledge is empowering. By understanding these key actions, you can build a plan and navigate any situation with confidence. The first step is to determine how much water you and your family need each day. This includes drinking water and water for hygiene. Plan for at least a gallon per person per day. Consider any special needs or additional people who may seek shelter with you. Aim to stockpile enough water for at least 3 days, ideally 2 weeks. Use clean, sturdy containers for storing water, ensuring they're marked with the filling date. If using untreated water sources like wells or streams, purify it before consumption through boiling, purification tablets, or water filters. Keep stored water in a cool, dark place and maintain cleanliness to prevent contamination. Collect non-perishable food items that require minimal preparation. This isn't just about filling your pantry with canned goods, it's about thoughtful preparation. Consider dietary restrictions, allergies, and the nutritional needs of everyone in your household. Ensure a balance of proteins, carbs, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Calculate your household's weekly food consumption and multiply it by the number of weeks you're planning for to determine how much to stockpile. When it comes to food for emergencies, focus on items that won't go bad quickly and are easy to prepare. Canned goods are perfect, like vegetables, fruits, beans, soups, and meats such as tuna or chicken. Dried foods are great too, like fruits, beans, lentils, and grains such as rice, quinoa, and oats. Don't forget about nuts, seeds, whole grain pasta, and cereals. Energy and granola bars can be helpful too, but watch out for too much sugar. Keep plenty of water and electrolyte drinks on hand to stay hydrated, especially during stressful times. Store your food in a cool, dry place away from sunlight. Basements or closets work well, but watch out for moisture and pests. If you buy in bulk, transfer items to airtight containers to keep them fresh longer, and label everything with expiration dates. Make sure your stockpile covers a variety of food groups and plan meals to use what you have effectively. Rotate your stockpile regularly, using the oldest items first. Check your supplies often to replace used items and remove anything expired or spoiled. Consider how you'll cook if utilities are down. A portable stove or grill with fuel could be invaluable. Integrate your emergency food into your regular meals to get used to them and ensure they're part of your routine. A sturdy deadbolt can be really important for keeping unwanted people out of your home. For sliding doors, a strong bar in the track can stop them from being forced open. Windows can be trickier, but there are ways to make them more secure. You can board up windows you don't use much, especially if they're not easy to see. For windows you do use, adding locks or security film can make them tougher to break into. And don't forget about curtains or blinds. They're not just for looks, they also stop people from seeing inside. It's a good idea to have a backup plan, like a safe room in your home. This room should be stocked with essentials like water, non-perishable food, a first aid kit, and a way to communicate with others. It's like your last line of defense, a safe place within your home, where you can go if things get really bad. Remember about cybersecurity too. Strong passwords, secure Wi-Fi, and being careful about what you share online are all important. Sometimes, cyber threats can turn into real-world dangers, so it's best to be cautious and not give bad people any chances. Now let's talk about communication. During a big emergency, normal ways of talking to each other might not work. That's why it's crucial to have a good communication plan in place. Start by choosing a main way to talk, like cell phones, but have a backup too, like satellite phones or two-way radios. Make sure everyone knows how to use these tools. Pick someone outside of your town to be a contact person. Local calls might not work during an emergency, but long-distance calls might still go through. This person can help pass messages between family members if you get separated. And don't forget about meeting up. Decide on a place outside of your home where you can all go if you can't stay together. Having a set spot to meet can make things easier if you're trying to find each other in a chaotic situation. Lastly, think about self-defense. In tough times, you might need to protect yourself and your loved ones. If you're comfortable with guns and it's allowed where you live, getting one and learning how to use it safely can be a good idea. But if that's not an option, there are other ways to defend yourself, like taking self-defense classes or finding other legal ways to protect your home. When it comes to protecting ourselves and our families, we need to think about all possibilities, even the ones we hope never happen. That's why it's important to have a plan in case something bad happens. Your home is your fortress, so you need to make sure it's as secure as possible. Start by looking around your property. Are there any weak spots where someone could easily get in? Fix those first. You can make your fences taller or add barbed wire or spikes to make it harder for intruders to climb over. Motion sensor lights can scare away people who shouldn't be there, and cameras can help you keep an eye on things. Planting prickly bushes under windows and along fences can also make it harder for people to get close to your home without being noticed. After a disaster, it might be hard to get to a doctor or a pharmacy. That's why it's important to have a good supply of medical supplies at home. This includes things like bandages, antiseptics, and pain relievers. If someone in your family needs prescription medication, make sure you have enough to last for at least a month. You should also consider getting things like tourniquets for stopping severe bleeding, splints for broken bones, and burn dressings for treating burns. Knowing how to use these supplies is just as important as having them, so if you can, take a first aid class to learn what to do in an emergency. Sometimes the safest thing to do in an emergency is to leave your home, but you need to have a plan for where to go and how to get there. Start by figuring out the best way to leave your neighborhood, and then decide on a safe place to go. This could be a relative's house, a community shelter, or even just a landmark where you can meet up with your family. Make sure everyone knows the plan and has a bag packed with essentials like food, water, and clothes. Electricity is something we rely on for almost everything, so it's important to have a backup plan in case the power goes out. A portable generator can keep your lights on and your fridge running until the power comes back on. Solar panels are another option, and they're good for the environment too. Just make sure you have enough fuel for your generator, or if your solar panels are powerful enough to meet your needs. Having a reliable power source is crucial during emergencies because it gives you control over your life. It means having hot meals instead of spoiled food, being able to call for help or get updates, and staying informed to make the right decisions. Enhancing your home's lighting is also important for security and visibility. Motion sensor lights outside can scare away troublemakers, while battery-operated or solar-powered lights inside ensure you can see clearly even during power outages. By being prepared with these measures, you can keep yourself and your loved ones safe at uncertain times. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and let us know in the comments what other preparedness topics you'd like to see covered. Don't forget to subscribe for more informative content and stay safe out there.